Alright, and we're back. It's April 16th, 2020. As we all know, there is a little fun taking place in the world. So, a lot of people are doing hobbies and whatnot. And so, I'm in the process of working on an old kit of mine, as you may have seen from the previous video, R2. Actually, I'm building two of them. One of them will be the traditional R2 with the blue. That's the R2-D2. The other one will be a kind of a metallic dark green. Specifically British green. I don't know how well you can see that. I saw a video one time of a bunch of R2 builders together. Oh, excuse me. And one of them had built an R2 that was this kind of this metallic dark green, and I liked it. Might explain the reason why the Volkswagen that I've got is a dark green. It's the original color, but it's a dark green, if you know what I mean. So, I figured I'd go ahead and build two. I thought I was lacking parts, specifically this one part here, which is part of the dome mechanism that allows the dome to turn on the top here. So when this is up here, it'll go ahead and twist back and forth. I do have lights for this. I was debating on how to go ahead and wire it. Did I want to go ahead and run wires all the way up through the bottom, through the tracks? Did I want to go ahead and put a 9-volt in the back here? Or did I want to go ahead and try to put a 9-volt in the head? Still not 100% sure. But I'm not ready to assemble it all together yet. Photographs that I took of the R2 unit, or that I've got from the R2 unit, R2-D2 specifically, showed, of course, you know, you've got the blues here and you got the blues on the legs, but there's blue within each of these guys here. You can see the cross in the center area here, but the outer quarter areas, those are blue. Kind of the same thing here. This kind of reminds me, the inside middle part reminds me of an old Volkswagen moon-shaped hubcap. So there's some blue in the middle of that. The center chest piece here, there's blue on that as well. So I'm going to make sure that those get painted up, those colors. Of course, on the leg, this entire center area here, from up here down to there, to there, is blue. Center area here is blue. But that cross area there is silver. So basically today I'm working on going ahead and putting together some of the pieces. A little bit more than what I've gotten. The cross member here, which is part of the legs for R2, has been glued together already and is getting ready to be installed here. The pieces do not fit nicely. I can go ahead and line up the top part. One bottom will fit, but you can see there just how much of a gap there is. It's warped due to years, I'm sure. So when I go to put it together, I'm definitely going to have to clamp it together. Get it to hold, otherwise it'll do what you just heard there, it'll just pop out. Catching things up a little bit further, last time I installed the hatch here. You open it up and there is an arm that does pop out and slides back and forth. That'll go ahead and go back down. Now I can go ahead and secure that. There is a securing piece that can be attached right here. I've decided not to go ahead and do it, so I can either have it attached so it's down, I could have it attached so that way it's completely up. Also inside towards the top, what looks like almost like a blaster. I don't know if it's a blaster. I'm assuming it's not. And of course it closes up. So that's where we stand so far. Had been videotaping or trying to go ahead and do a live stream earlier. That did not work. With what's going on in the world, so many people are on the web right now that getting a solid connection just is not there. I've gone ahead and I've used Zoom for the college where I work. That works pretty well. But this is different. So, I mean, I do have my camera up here. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and so as you can see, camera's right there. I do have, for this setup down here, when it works, I do have a mic, lapel mic, and of course I've got my wireless connection over here. So, anyways, getting back to the build, I'll just go ahead and put that down to here, and hopefully I'll be able to notice when things get off screen and let you know. First thing I'm going to do is put on my visor. Yeah. And then go ahead and work on this. So right now I'm kind of cleaning up the plastic and the flashings from gluing it all together. I want there to be a good connection when I put this into R2's body. I don't necessarily have to worry about too much because it is mostly internal. But I want to make sure that when it does connect, it connects fully. So doing a test fit. Alright, actually that looks pretty good. So if you can see there, it connects there, that connects there. Alright. A little glue, a little fun. So yeah, I think when I do go to do, I want to clean that up just a hair. I do decide to install the lighting. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and do it through the head or do it through the body. So, time will tell. In case you're wondering what the panting is, that's my Falcor. It's kind of a warm day, so the glue wants to flow pretty nicely. So grab a little bit of paper towel and kind of remove a little bit of the excess. Okay, and I do want to insert that chest piece there. And I want to make sure because if you take a look on that chest piece there, you get some going horizontal, you get one area doing horizontal, you get the other area doing verticals. So the question is, which is which? So it looks like the horizontal the big horizontal area is on the top. So it should look like that. Alright. And the way those fit in, you may be able to see that there's some lips kind of right here on the side of the chrome piece, on the bottom, top, and right and left side. Granted, I know my finger is holding over the bottom one. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take off the chrome on the outer edge. Then I'll put this into place in here and then go ahead and glue it along the sides. So it's just a matter of taking the chrome plating off the edge here. There we go. Remember growing up, I used to refer to the chrome plating, plastic that was chrome plated, as monkey metal. Because it wasn't really metal, if you know what I mean. Alright. Gotta brush that monkey metal off of everything. Alright, so the big area was on the top. Alright. Looks like I got that there. Again, time for some more glue. Alright, and hold on, get in there for a little bit. letting that dry there a little bit. Doing a little reference to the old manual, and you can definitely tell it's old because of the, I'm assuming you can see the graying or the browning. Let's see, I don't want to necessarily do anything to the top yet, but I can go ahead, I think, pull out these clamps. Now the dome, when you get it, here we go. Here's the secondary one. It's got all the joinery here, and it keeps it pretty good. But when you go to install it, you get kind of this buckling effect, which doesn't necessarily aid itself to putting it in. So what I did is I actually clipped. Let's see, can you see any of it? Yeah, I clipped some of that apart. So yeah, it made it a little flimsy when you go to assemble it all together. Ah. Oops. So it makes it a little flimsy when you go to put it together. So what I ended up doing is I scribed in these pieces that go up, and I scribed in where they go around the edge. And then removed some of that monkey metal, as I was talking about before, and glued along there. So if you go ahead and you really pop, these little windows will come loose, because they're not really held in by much. And that's okay, because when I build models, I like them, if they do fall and break, I don't want to necessarily have to deal with a lot of repair. A clean, easy break is much easier to go ahead and deal with as far as repair goes. So anyways, so he's drying. I'm not going to put the lenses or anything else on the top of him right now. That'll be the last thing that I do, because I'll need to go ahead and drill out holes in it. That's when I'll use the Tamiya drill to go ahead and take care of that. I won't even bother worrying about, because ultimately this will sit onto here. Oops. This will sit on top of here. Or do I have it the other way around? Nope, I had it the other way around. Okay. And then this, oh, excuse me, through the use of this piece, which will actually hang down through the top. And it will hang down through R2 here. And as you can see, it hangs down just a little bit, and that'll be glued together. So that's kind of one of the last things I want to go ahead and put in there. I also need to hog that out just a little bit more so it fits in there a little bit looser. You can maneuver around. Anywho's. Now you can see the reason why I need to hug that out. That is nice and tight within around that circle area. Oh, there we go. Still needs to be hugged out just a hair, and you can see right now things don't line up. Alright, so with that, files. I want to do a circular piece, so I need a file that's got a bit of a circular edge, which I do have. I think that one will be the one that'll do it. Slight circular shape to it, not much. I don't want to necessarily take off too much. Taking off just a little bit off of both sides should do it. Oops. Alright. Okay, that's a little bit looser there. It's better, but there's still some gapping. And for those of you that may have seen the build for the Airwolf model, you know what type of gapping fun I had. Oy. Okay, that's fitting kind of loose in there, which probably a good thing I'll consider right now. Okay. How's that tight fit due to that? Yes, okay. Okay, so I definitely want to smooth that out a little bit there on both those edges. Yeah, you probably can't see it. And maybe not. Where my thumb is. Right there. There's a raised spot there. And right over here on the other side. Probably where the sprue went through. Maybe part of the reason why I'm feeling what I'm feeling there. Alright. So I can take the edge off a little bit there. That feels okay. Yeah, I can just make it out. And there's a slight little curved piece right in there as well. And there's definitely this piece here. Wonder if I got any rubber bands up here. Answer to that is no. But got an idea. What's the idea, you might be wondering? Zip ties. One I know is just almost enough, but not quite. But two should do the job. There are times I hate phones. So hopefully, yeah. Use two, one up top, one on the bottom. Who knows, maybe even one in the middle. just play it safe. Let's go ahead and count on one around the middle then. Alright, I know the instructions say to go ahead and put the center cap and whatnot through there, but I can still go ahead and get the cap and whatnot through the middle area here. So that's what I'm going to do. So at this point, glue time. And I'm going to go sparing on the amount of glue used. Except where the female registry areas are. Alright, kept that off momentarily. Okay. That area is fitting okay, that area is fitting okay. That one needs to come over like that. Okay. Center. Good, okay. That seems to be holding it together. Let's go ahead and put one across the top. Cool, that seems to be holding it together on the bottom as well. But I want to go ahead and put one around here. I'm not going to put it around the monkey metal pieces. I don't want to pop them. Or pop them out, I should say. I'm trying to get that as tight as it can be. Okay, cool. Alright. Now with this guy, I am going to go ahead, put an extra bead down the center on the interior part to help hold those pieces together. Now I'm not going to run it all the way down because there is a bottom area, as you can possibly see right along there, that ultimately this guy will go ahead and go into, and then he will help support the middle or the inside leg. So I don't want to go all the way down. All right. Cool. those are actually, there's a little bit of gap in there, not much. It's going to be a little bit of sanding to go ahead and bring those flush with each other on both sides. Main thing though is those zip ties are indeed holding everything together kind of nicely. So I'm happy. Woohoo! And that was Toby going nuts. Alright, 4L and 3L. Time to start putting together some legs. That's a 4L. That's an R. That one should be the 3. Yep. Cool. That may have been Amazon making their delivery. One of the things that I am doing is I'm keeping sprue pieces. And the reason for that is because they make a good putty and glue combination. So literally what I do is when I've got a bottle like this that's half filled of the Tamiya thin cement, yeah, maybe down to a third, go ahead and load it up with a lot of the sprue. The sprue will melt, and because of that melting, they'll become a filler and adhesive, so it will bond the pieces of styrene together and fill in the gaps. So it's much nicer to go ahead and sand it than putty is. Now, see how they fit together. Not too bad. Couple of high spots there. Nice. Okay. The bottom piece here, there was a slight high spot here, so there was some obvious gapping, but by just a quick little file, gap was gone. Alright. So pull out the glue. And through there. That bottom part does not get glued. Okay. I do like the control tip there. Alright. Now this one's centrally put there. Put enough pressure all the way around. Not like I don't have enough of them. But if I didn't find the little foot now, I wouldn't find it later, if you know what I mean. Okay, overboard for the clamping, but at least I know it will be secure. Okay. And that was the left, so I'm going to go ahead and take the body for the other R2, put that on his left side. Oh, there it is. Nice piece of sprue. Nicely goes into the glue. Now after I get enough of the sub-assembly completed, I'll go ahead, paint the central body, paint the individual legs. Then go ahead and do some more of the general assembly. R2 loans himself out nicely for going ahead and being able to do sub-assemblies and glue them together, whereas a lot of other models, you go ahead and if you were to paint a sub-assembly, when it gets attached to the main part of the body, you don't necessarily have a cohesive paint scheme anymore between the two parts. You're going to have to mask off and try to paint. Whereas with R2 here, when you go to assemble him, you'll have the body piece here, then you'll have this piece on the outside, and if you've already got this guy painted completely and got the body painted completely, you don't have to worry about it. So might be wondering why I'm taking the file to it. There's a little bit of extra flashing. And I needed to take that off. Alright. Little sub fit. Huh. Oh, I wonder why. Yeah, I'd say that fits pretty good. Okay. Good time. Can't glue into the registry. Nothing like the smell of styrene glue in the morning. Actually, it's evening time right now. Have a taste of the rainbow, they said. Some of those little springs are little devils. Might be wondering why I'm taking these off on this one side. Because it looks like maybe, there we go, had a little slippage. I mean, I expect to do a little filing, a little sanding, a little painting, but if I can avoid some of it, I will. Alright. And that goes on that side. Okay, one of the other pieces it has for the legs. And I'm going to go ahead and put these all in, ultimately into position here. You're not going to rotate at all, so they'll just be glued in place. But it has a chrome piece there. So, and I'm not going to go ahead and worry about that. I don't want to paint over the chrome. I want to paint everything, and then I'll install the chrome pieces on afterwards. Anyways, I realize I've said anyways a little bit too much, perhaps. Take this off. Yeah, it's been fun. I know model building can be slow, can be time consuming. It's fun, detail oriented. More importantly, fun. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and for model building by me, I'm going to wish everyone a good day. Hopefully everyone's staying safe, enjoying their life, enjoying time with friends and family whenever possible. Or if you're like me, spending time with your doggies. So with that, have a good one everyone. Take care, and happy modeling. Bye-bye.